Hello everyone and welcome to my channel again. Thank you so much for being here, and today we will be summarizing the third part of the law section for the book called The 48 Laws of Power of Robert Greene. So, in the previous two videos, I have discussed the laws from number 1 to 24. You are more than welcome to check it first if you haven't done so. And today we will discuss the laws from number 25 to 36. We are in halfway, getting closer and closer to the final part of the book. Let's start it. So, as it was discussed in another video, there is no doubt that power is essential human condition that applies to our social life basically. And we want to have a control over people and events we are part of. The question is, how can we get to that level of power we aim to achieve? I am very much sure that we will find some great tips in the law section we will be discussing today. Let's start it. Law number 25 is recreate yourself. Don't be what other people try to compel you to be. You can recreate yourself by presenting a new identity, one that commands attention and never bores the audience. So, you must be interesting, dramatic, I don't know, maybe have some signature gestures and even original costumes, so people always know who you are. According to the author, the character you seem to have been born with is not necessarily who you are. Your parents, your friends, and your peers have helped to shape your personality to a very huge extent. The task for the powerful in that case is to take control of the process, to stop allowing others that ability to, we can say, limit you. So you must recreate yourself into a character of power if you want to be powerful. And it makes you an artist when creating yourself. So I would suggest you to really enjoy the whole process too. Law number 26 is keep your hands clean. Don't get your hands dirty. Use someone else to do any dirty work, then find someone else to take the blame. Let's give an example of scapegoats and catspaws that have their uses. Scapegoats have been used for centuries, found in cultures around the world. The main idea is focused on shifting of guilt to an outside figure. It can be an object, an animal, or man, which is then banished or destroyed. With the Athenians, the scapegoat was a human, often a person fed and raised for this purpose. Since famine and plague were thought to be visited on humans by the gods, in punishment for, of course, wrongdoing, people were suffering for not only famine and plague, but also from guilt. And so they freed themselves of guilt by transferring it to innocent person whose death was intended to satisfy the gods. As a leader, you may imagine that constant appearance of working harder than others signify power. And actually, they have the opposite effect. They imply weakness. Why are you working so hard? Perhaps you are incompetent and must put in extra effort just to keep up. Perhaps you are one of those people who does not know how to delegate and has to meddle in everything. Truly powerful seem to be never in a hurry or overburdened, while others work their fingers to the bone. They take the leisure time. The point is very simple. Do everything pleasant yourself and everything unpleasant through third parties, if that makes sense. Okay, let's move to the next law. Very controversial one. Law number 27 is play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. You have to exploit people's needs to build your cult. People want to believe in something, and it often hardly matters what or whom they believe. For them, something to trust and someone to follow. So you must also speak inspiringly and imply great promises, but very importantly, spare the specifics so no one can charge you with not performing. So have your discipline sacrificed for you and they will empower you. The author gives 5 easy steps to create a card. Step 1, keep it vague, keep it simple. You need to attract attention by words, never through actions, as they are too clear and too readable. Your speeches must include the promise of something great and transformative, and on the other hand, a total vagueness. This combination will stimulate your listeners to dreams. Step 2, emphasize the visual and the sensual over the intellectual. The best way to do this is through theater. Surround yourself with luxury, fill your followers with visual splendor, fill their eyes with spectacle. Okay, step number 3, borrow the forms of organized religion to structure the group. You can create rituals for your followers and organize them into the hierarchy, ranking them in grades of sanctity and giving them names and titles. So ask people for sacrifices, they will fill your coffers and increase your power. Okay, step number 4 is disguise your source of income. So you must never seem as hungry for money and the power it brings. Last but not least, step 5 is set up us versus them dynamic. To keep your followers united, you must now do what other religions and belief systems have done. Create an us versus them dynamic so your followers need to feel they are part of an exclusive club unified by a bond of common goals. And if you have no enemies, you'll have to create some. Law number 28, act boldly, never be timid. Take bold, decisive action. Any doubt on your part will impede you and increase the probability of failure. So never fail in public. The missteps of the bold are forgiven, the stumbles of the timid are not. Largeness of scale deceives the human eye. It distracts and awes us and is so self evident that we cannot imagine there is any illusion or deception afoot. So arm yourself with bigness and boldness. Stretch your deceptions as far as they will go and then go further. If you sense that the sucker has suspicious, do as the intrepid Lustig did. Instead of backing down or lowering his price when selling Eiffel Tower, um, he simply raised the price higher by asking for and getting a bribe. Asking for more puts the other person on the defensive, cuts out the nibbling effect of compromise and doubt, and overwhelms. In that case, the deal has been achieved and it was a complete fraud, obviously, right? So Eiffel Tower was never on sale and the higher amount of money has been given to a complete crook. Law number 29, plan everything. Leave nothing to chance. Plan every step, including the last step and the one after that. Many have lost the source of their scheming by neglecting to plan the conclusion. So, as a result, the credit, money, or power went to someone else. Law number 30 is look as if everything you do is easy. Never show effort. Never break a sweat. Magicians conceal their stage apparatus, and so should you. So amaze others with the ease of your accomplishments, especially when you have run as far as you possibly can and are about to faint. So seem to be full of energy and ready for another course. Law number 31, you have to deal the cards to control the game. You must seem to allow others some freedom of choice, but always invisibly control the boundaries of their choices. Give them choices that make you better off no matter which alternative they pick. Law number 32: seem to offer what people have dreamed of and launched for. Never make people face the ugly truth. So give them the dreams they want and they will give you power. Law number 33: learn what hurts and use it. Everyone has some weakness, vulnerability, insecurity, need, or sensitivity, right? So learn it and exploit it. You have to inflict or relieve pain as serves your purpose. Law number 34 is play the king and people will treat you royally. Carry yourself like a king. Respect and value yourself. Other people will regard you as you regard yourself. As simple as that. Okay, law number 35 is timing is everything. Exactly, so true. The right act at the wrong time is the wrong act. The wrong act at the right act is the right act. So timing is really everything, and part of appearing confident is the virtue of patience. So never seem hurried, or at loose ends, okay? Behave as if everything is going your way and will work out in your favor. Okay, last but not least is law number 36. Despise what is beyond your reach. Like Aesop's fox and the sour grapes, if you cannot reach a coveted prize, despise it. If you acknowledge a problem or a problem person, you will empower the problem or the troublemaker. If you seem to ignore and disdain what others covet or fear, you will seem superior and they will be in awe. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you for today's video. The next laws will be available for you in the next few weeks as usual. I love you. Thank you so much for watching and I cannot see you in the next video. Mwah.